Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Welcome back. Today I am continuing to work on my bee-themed mason jar journal. This is what we have so far. I don't have it on the rings yet. I will give you the link down below to the series. So this is a series where I can get this all put together. So I got to thinking today, it is a journal. I do want to have journaling pages in it instead of just little spots here and there that you can journal. So what I did was I went online and I printed out this graph paper. Now you can get online and print out your own graph paper. This one I did in black and this one I did in gray. I think I like the gray better. And at the end of this video, I will show you how to do your own graph paper. So hang tight. And so what I did was I did it on cardstock, and then I took the die and cut it out. I got 2 per sheet and I love it. So then from there, what I did was I took the exterior die, I took that die and cut out the section using the set that comes with it. So the little window hole. And I want to put that part here with the jar lid. And I'm using different colored jar lids. And I think when the light colors, I think it does get a little lost there unless I just go over it a teeny bit with the black soot. So let's get that on there. And then this is going to go over onto this. And this will give me a nice journaling spot. I'm going to match up the holes because that would be the fastest way to match up this whole project. Now look at that journaling spot I have. I just think that's perfect. Now it needs a little bit of decoration, so what I did was I went and I stamped out and colored some of the images here, and then you just use the dies and cut out with the die the gnome that you want, and I just think he's perfect for this. It gives me just the right amount of decoration, but it also, by putting him on the side, enables me to have all that journaling room. Now, I think something, across the top, even one of the sentiments or something from the sticker collection, just something small would be cute. It doesn't have to be big. Buzzing by to say hi. And I'm putting that kind of down because I'm thinking, since it says buzzing, we probably should have a bee of some sort in there. Now I've got this little bee wing sticking out here, so we need to put the baby powder on that. And there we go. Now that's not going to be sticking out and sticky. Okay, so we have the back side. Now again, since I do want to have a lot of journaling spot, I could just leave this blank, but that kind of goes against my desires here. So when we cut out these centerpieces, we have this left over, and it's beautiful. So I could do it here, I could do it as a pocket, I could do it as a flip, but I think I'm going to turn it this time and go this way and see, is that too much sticking out? And I think it is. So I'm going to pull it in a little bit and just leave a hint sticking out there. I could turn it over too. Either way works. I think I might do it this way. That way we get to see more of the gnomes here. So I'm going to glue that only over here on the beyond the actual jar. And then I trim that off. And I will need to repunch my 2 holes here. I do think I want something on those holes, like paper hole reinforcers or something to make it prettier. And I'm going to use hole reinforcement set 1. Do this one here. And I just cut those out of the wood grain paper. It makes them look like hinges. That is really cool. Again, these are hole reinforcement set 1, and they are also Elizabeth Craft. I have them in my shop. And just a heads up, if you notice a difference in the price between hole reinforcement set 1 and set 2, it's because the price did go up. The manufacturing price went up. Other thing I need to do is just get this a little nudge here. Just putting my bone folder right up against the dotted line there, so to get this help to be able to move. Now when we're done and we're going through this, I might go ahead and put some decorations here. I'm not sure. But one thing I am noticing is I really do like the jar lid. And I really don't have to put this on every page, but I just like it so much. I think it just helps to me to remember that this is indeed a jar. Okay, so we have this page. Now, that was pretty quick. I'm going to do another one. And this time I have this really fun black and yellow striped one. I wasn't sure I liked this one at first because I like black and yellow for the bees, but I'm not fond of this bright lemon yellow. I like the kind of the golden yellow that this is, and I just don't see those two as going together very well. They're very cute, and I did have another gnome pre-cut out that I can use, and I'm going to put this one right over here on the right side just to make it a little different. Now this one, I have this lid. I'm not sure I like that. I think what I'm going to do is put this on this side. I did do some distress ink on this one because I figure it's going to be a little hard to see it. And so let's use this polka dot one. I love this black polka dot. And I just want to show you how quick this is. So this one I added hole reinforcers and I added a sentiment across the top. But if you don't do that, you know, I could call this done. And usually what I do when I put my whole album together, I end up looking at it and going through with my leftover ephemera pieces and thinking, you know, I like that and I'm going to use it somewhere in the journal. So we will still add more pieces when we're done. So now I want to add another flap, and I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to add it to the top here. I'm lining it up with that stripe there and the top of this edge right there. Let's see if that's about the same here. I'm going to hold that and flip it over and glue right there. And I will need to punch my holes again once I trim this off. Now I could have flipped this over so that it was a different color showing, but I still like it. Now you see how I have two of these edges sticking out. I kind of like that because I do like edges sticking out on my journals. And this definitely needs something here. I like this together, and I'm trying to see if that would fit, and it would. I know it's supposed to be like happy together. Happy might also fit on this lid if I'm really careful. And I'm putting them like up, down. I'm not being consistent here. There we go. So that's his happy, and I think together would fit here, and I think it would be perfect. The other thing is I wasn't thinking, I don't want this, let's see. This is going to be just outside that fold line, so I think I can get away with it, but I have to go that far over in order to get this to fit. So I'm being mindful of the fold line. Perfect, happy together. That is really adorable. And really that's all I need to do on that side. Although, you know, I can't leave it alone. I am going to add this just right under that jar lid there. This has been my favorite rickrack, tiny yellow rickrack, and I got it at a thrift store, and I adore it. So I love these, and they are the perfect addition to my journal. And what I would do is stagger the pages so that those two wouldn't be, you know, back to back. I would put like one and then another page and then that on top like that. Let's see how I can make that different. I do need to still punch the holes in this one, I forgot. And then now I'm going to go on and show you how to make your own graph paper. And we have this many pages already. We have a cover, and we have 1, 2, 3 pages in there. And I have lots of journaling room now. That is so adorable. Love it, love it, love it. Now, if this is really annoying, I have to think about it, you know, and I'm going to wait and see what I think about that. I may put this one in front just because it's more of the color of yellow that I like. But, you know, to have them sticking out may detract from the look of it being just a mason jar. And although normally I stick things out like this on my journals, and I like it, I might not like it with it being a mason jar because I like the clean look of it being a mason jar. So I highly suspect that these will get cut off, which will cause me a problem with this T right here. So I think what I will do before this gets really permanently adhered is to fix that by moving it over right now so that as it gets stuck on there permanently, I can deal with it. So I really do think I will cut those off, but you know, we learn as we go. So I still like the flap and I think it's going to be perfect. Alrighty, so here's how you make your own graph paper. So I'm using a website called incompetech.com. They have a lot of items, royalty-free music, etc. But see this graph paper? I don't need that. I just click it. There's a lot of ads that pop up, just so you know. So come on down and you can choose cross grid, triangle dots, boxes, grid dots, hex dot, light verticals, line dots, iso dots. Just keep going. I see plain grids. I selected simple boxes. Then once you select that, again, there's a lot of pop-ups. You can choose your own square size. It is standard at 1/4 of an inch, which means you get 4 boxes per inch. The grid line weight, mine is set at fine. In other words, it depends on how thick you want your boxes to be. Color, it's set at a light blue. I switched mine to gray because I didn't think the blue or purple would look good with my project. And then just download PDF. So once you do that, click it. And this is what it looks like. It does have the border on it. So you want to right click that and say save as, or click this download here. Just say save as. I'm going to save it to my desktop and say graph. Let's say graph 1 because I might do further designs. And so now I have this. I'm going to open it up, print it. And what I want to do is I want to put in cardstock into my printer before I hit print. And that's it. And then I flip it over and I print it again on the back side. So I have double-sided graph paper. So that is it. And I hope that really helps you. There's so many options that you can choose. And it does give you ideas of what they would look like once printed. So I love it. It's a big help. And again, there are many others that you can choose. Like I like dot grid paper. I love dot paper, but for this grid dots, but for this project, I just decided that I wanted to use the regular graph paper. So thank you for watching. I hope that really helps you, and you can save this in your computer and print as many sheets as you want for all your journals and your other needs. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and check out all the links underneath this video.